So, definitely we are excited to do this episode 2 of Cuddle with Purpose.
Oh yeah.
And we're going to be discussing love and marriage, Huntsville. And we're going to be discussing season 3, episode 2, which the title of that episode they call was Problems, but This Land Ain't One. So before we go in, I'm going to let my wife talk to y'all, our audience, to why we, like discussing love and marriage, Huntsville.
Okay. Well, of course, one of the reasons we enjoy it is because it's discussing marriage. It's discussing business. It's
Yes.
discussing generational wealth. It's discussing communication, relationships, just overcoming obstacles. Everything that Cuddle with Purpose is all about, right? But a part of us starting to do these videos stemmed from my recovery journey. For those of you that don't know, I'm a bilateral cerebellum stroke survivor.
Yes.
And with that being said, a stroke is a traumatic brain injury. And so I have been encouraged by my therapist to do different things that's going to help me with my memory, comprehension, retention, all those different things. And so when I'm looking at TV shows, or if I'm looking at a movie, or if I'm reading an excerpt or a paragraph or something, it's always good to just do a recap because it helps me with my memory. And so I have my amazing caregiver partner, honey, baby daddy, all right here to help me through that process. But we just love actually talking about stuff and having discussions and seeing how that correlates with just life or even our marriage and what we think. So that's pretty much that. So yeah, I'm ready to get into this particular episode.
I'm falling in love all over again as I'm just watching her and just
As
listening
he
to her.
should.
Because it was a one point in time when she was in a coma and she wasn't able to speak. So, just to seeing the growth and what she is doing day by day and how she is working hard to recover is so amazing to me. So before we get started, let me just give you a brief description of Cuddle with Purpose, what we're all about. My wife has said it all. Everything what she's talked about with strengths and dedication. This is what Cuddle with Purpose is all about. It's about love. It's about unity. It's about knowing how to communicate, knowing how to have the discipline, the focus to make the best out of your relationship. It just don't have to be about marriage. It could be about whether you're fiancés, whether it's you boyfriend or girlfriend, whether it is going with a business partner. We teach the right way in getting the most out of that actual relationship in the most effective way. So before you we get started too, I would like for you to hit that like button and actually subscribe and hit that bell notification so you will be notified when we have new episodes on the way to you.
Oh yeah.
So now let's get started with the first scene of Love and Marriage Huntsville. They was talking about Kimmy stops by her husband's office, Maurice, and Kimmy talks to her husband about the conversation her and Letitia had about Tisha spreading rumors of how a bad sister she is. So what I would like for you to get your input on, what do you think about that scene when Kimmy was talking to Maurice and saying like, I just don't know what Letitia want from me, and right. I just feel like they was trying to gang up on me between her and her cousin Kiki.
Yeah, for me, I think that the situation is just drawn out. To be honest, I think that Kimmy has every right to feel the way she feels, and I don't think that the family should have ganged up on her like that. I do believe that was a situation that was really between her and Tisha, but because Tisha decided to express her feelings and her emotions, right, and how she felt so wronged, she shared it with other people that had nothing to do with the situation.
Right.
And I see why Kimmy may be a little hesitant and resistant and wanting to create boundaries and space because nobody feels like negativity. Nobody wants to be around somebody who may have ill feelings towards them, right? Like nobody has time to try to like feel you out. Like if I know you ain't feeling me, I'm not trying to be around you. And if you ain't feeling me, like there's no pressure, you know, at this point. Like we're grown. So that's pretty much how I feel about it.
Yeah, and I think it's very important just to bring out is that Kimmy is talking to her husband about it because, you know, I think it was good that Kimmy talked to or have someone that she feels she can talk about her frustrations with Letitia. And I think Kimmy is a great communicator already as it is. And like Kimmy said in when she was talking to her husband, I'm not going to change for nobody. She said, now I'll probably change for, with her husband. But she said, for the most part, I have to be me and I have to tell the truth. And I think Letitia wants a friendship or a relationship with somebody who has her back no matter what, right or wrong. So y'all comment below if you would like a friend that has your back, right or wrong. They're going to be down for you no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Front and center. Even if they know you wrong, guess what? They still got your back 110%. Tell me if you want a friend like that, or if you want a friend that's going to be truthful and honest to you and is going to stand up and say, you were wrong. Which friend do you like? Okay.
I like it.
So with that being said, let's go to the next scene. The next scene is about when Marcel and his wife Letitia, they're at home, right? And Tisha's going through the motions of complimenting her husband about the gift, and things like that. He bought her a watch, and she was saying like, you know what, the graduation party went well. I'm happy for you, Marcel. And now
why did it go well?
So even Letitia had even said, "Oh, maybe you were right not inviting my mom, Wanda." And she even said in there, "No Wanda, no drama. No drama, no Wanda."
I mean, call it like it is. I'm glad that she saw it for herself.
Yeah. And, and Letitia was talking to Marcel about the conversation that she had with Kimmy.
Right.
And, Letitia said something that kind of struck me a little bit. Letitia said to Marcel, and I was talking to Kimmy, because, she does a little bob head. She said, I was talking to Kimmy, and you know what? Even when I was talking to Kimmy, I had let it be known my expectations of her moving forward.
Right. Expectations. Like you her supervisor now.
Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I like Letitia. I feel Letitia in some ways is like the black sheep, even with her husband, the way he treats her. And I feel that, with Kimmy, I don't feel that Kimmy is right to a certain extent, but I also feel Kimmy don't respect far as maybe because where Letitia's at this point in her life, she feels that, you know what, I'm going to call it like I call it. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, but don't try to control me on how I should respond to cater to you, Letitia.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a little off.
Yeah, that's a little off. So you have any more you want to add it to that?
No, you just can't control people.
Yeah, you can't control people. And that's something, man, when you have to be very mindful of that. And I even learned even in our marriage that you have to be even more mindful is that you can't go into a marriage. This is marriage we're talking about, a union, a covenant, thinking that you're going to change someone, thinking that you're going to control someone.
Yeah.
There's a proper way in communicating on how you like certain things, but you can't go into any relationship thinking that you're going to control the narrative or control that person's feelings, at any degree.
Yeah, because you're going to just cause resentment. And I think that shows up in friendships as well. So, I mean, I feel like it's always good to have a conversation.
Right.
But you have to be open and understanding the personality of that person. If you can't dim somebody's personality because then they can't be their authentic self. And then that means they can't be an authentic friend.
Yeah, that's true. So they go back to the scene with Kimmy and Maurice back at the office again. And basically, we kind of talked about it a little bit on how Kimmy was just telling to Maurice, and Maurice said to Kimmy, before she started having these expectations, Kimmy,